Halloween and horror season is only about scary movies? Not so fast. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another video with Everything's Terry, baby. Blessings. Hope y'all having a great day. So happy for spooky season, Halloween season, my favorite season besides Thanksgiving, because you know I love to eat. But listen, you know I'm Everything Terry, your girlfriend's favorite, like I always say. And look, I love scary movies just like the next person. But listen, when it comes to scary games, you think Everything's Terry don't play the games? Stop it. I'm here to talk about some of my favorite horror games to play during the horror season and during life period. I play these games all the time, but I particularly play them during horror season. And so I'm going to talk about a couple of them. I'm going to be kind of vague on them because I want y'all to go check these games out yourself. And I don't want to give too much away on them, but I'm going to let y'all know about them. And we're going to definitely talk about them. So let's go. I'm going to start off in the Xbox 360 category because I play a lot of my horror games on the Xbox 360 around this time. Spooky season, got to have some scary games. So look, my first one is Fear 1, Fear 2, and Fear 3. If you guys have never played the Fear series, trust me, a lot of people might not even consider it horror, but it got some real creepy imagery in it. And the thing I like about the Fear series is it got a lot of shooting and action in it. So you get to cheat a little bit. You get to have a little bit of horror and a little bit of action and have the gameplay mixed together and blended together. And you get your action fix and you get your horror fix. Almost like kind of like Resident Evil mixed with the Expendables. So definitely check out the Fear series. I don't want to give away too much on a certain character that's in the game, but the certain character from the game, it gives you kind of like Silent Hill vibes. And you guys, you will love it. It got a lot of shooting and stuff in it. Definitely check out the Fear series. Then we have Condemned Bloodshot. You guys, Condemned Bloodshot is a creepy horror game. It almost give you kind of like Michael Myers vibes for real. Like it's almost like you running from like different types of serial killers and stuff like that, and you got to pick up bats and all this. You don't just got like the regular guns and stuff. It's like you got to use like bats and different types of regular stuff around the atmosphere to get away from these different types of enemies. And this horror game is more grounded in reality a little bit more, but it's real intense. And I guarantee you guys, you play Condemned Bloodshot, you will really like it. So definitely check it out. One of my favorite horror games of all time, you all. I'm hoping they remake it or put a part 2 out of it. I don't care how they do it. It has one of the best horror themes in the history of horror gaming, and that's Deadly Premonition. I know a lot of people don't know about Deadly Premonition, but I'm telling you all, once you start playing Deadly Premonition, it got janky controls and all that when you first started out, but when you stick it through with this game, look up the trailer, you all. It has real creepy vibes. It even got some crazy vibes with like creepy twins and stuff like that. And we all know how creepy that is when you got creepy twins in a video game, Twin Peaks type of stuff like that. You all, Daily Premonition, one of my favorite games of all time. I play this every time we get around spooky season. If you're going to check out anyone on this list, definitely check out Daily Premonition. Some of the best music you will ever hear in a horror game. You all, when it comes to some of the games on this list, I'll be kind of cheating because it's like kind of like horror, but it's almost like suspense too. But if this stuff was going on in real life, it would be horror. So I kind of cheated with this, and it's not the real case. Sorry about that, y'all, but it's Prey. Prey, you all. The game's called Prey, Prey. It is I consider this a horror game. I don't want to tell you exactly what it's about, but it got a whole lot of shooting in it, and it got like a whole lot of horror elements, like horror type creatures in it. And I'm trying to bite my tongue because I don't want to give too much away, but once you get into this game, Prey, on the Xbox 360, you will start to love this game. Definitely check out Prey if you ever get a chance. Definitely want to play it during the Halloween season to get them spooky vibes. I also play a lot of games on my PlayStation 1 during this time because the PlayStation 1 has some great horror classics. One of the first ones I always go to, and I hope they make another one. We need another one of these. Is Clock Tower. You all, growing up, I loved the point and click games. A lot of people didn't like point and click games. Me, especially when it was horror or an adventure game, I was into those point and click games when it came to that because I always loved storylines and I loved horror. Give me a good story. I grew up on that. And Clock Tower, all I'm going to say about it is it has the legendary creepy twins with the scissors, the scissor men. It's two twins and they chasing you around with big ass scissors. You all creepy as fuck. You got to find ways to get away from them. Please come out with another. I'm gonna make a video in the future about the horror franchises they need to make a new video game of, and Clock Tower is going to be number 1 or 2 on that list. Clock Tower, definitely check it out. I might play this once I get off the stream. Another classic that I feel like don't get as much love as it should on the PlayStation 1. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Stop playing with me, man. Got Jill Valentine on that thing. Jill Valentine with the shotgun. Oh my god. It give you like the Stranger Things vibes. Like with Vecna and all of them. But it's the Nemesis, you all. Nemesis, big ass punching through walls. And you running trying to get away from zombies with this big ass Nemesis creature chasing your ass with rocket launchers, all types of shit. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, a classic. I play this every year. Better than the remake they came out with. The remake is not messing with the original. Definitely check this out if you're horror fans. If you never played this, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Another classic horror franchise that needs a remake. This will probably be my number 1 when it comes to remakes. Y'all need to stop fucking playing with me and bring out another Parasite Eve. I always play Parasite Eve 2 is my favorite, but I play Parasite Eve 1 too. They both double disc. Parasite Eve 2 might be 3 discs, but I think it's only 2. But Parasite Eve 2, you guys, the Parasite Eve franchise is so underrated as a horror game. I don't want to give too much away on it, but it's like it got shooting in it and horrific monsters and stuff like that. You all, I'm telling you, definitely check this game out if you're a horror fan and you like playing horror video games. Even if you don't play horror games, check this out at least once. At least look it up on YouTube and watch somebody play it. Parasite Eve, we need another one of these. I'm going to definitely make a video on this, but I play this every horror season. Even when it's not horror season, I'm playing Parasite Eve 1 and 2. And I like to bring up this game that I also play on my Super Nintendo because it's just a fun. This is a game for anybody like my friends Kirsten and Jalissa and all that don't really play horror games that much. You can play this game with the kids. Zombies Ate My Neighbors on the Super Nintendo. It's a fun game. You got like the water guns and all different and water balloons. fighting these different aliens that can get taken down by different water type of weapons and stuff like that is a real fun game. It's a level on here where you got a big giant baby that you gotta fight, and the baby got this big ass bottle shooting the milk down at you, and the music playing in the background when you fighting that baby is classic. You guys, out of all the games I mentioned, this got some of the best music of all time, especially when it comes to horror games. Some of these, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, I done downloaded some of the songs off of this. I done downloaded to my MP3 player and listen to, or on my phone, listening to these songs in the car. It's a level on the game where they're actually in like I want to say in like this real big mansion or castle, and it got like a creepy vibe and a creepy song. I don't want to try to mimic it because I don't want to sound like no fool, but you all, it's a great sounding song. I could talk about this game all day. Definitely try this out with the kids. Kaylee and all y'all will love this game. You gotta get this. Zombies Ate My Neighbors on the Super Nintendo for the babies. They'll love this game. And Kirsten and all y'all will love this too. Now on my PlayStation 4, the horror game that I always go back to, and only been a couple years because it ain't been out that long, is the Fatal Frame series. And this is the Fatal Frame I usually go to every year, even though I fucks with the Fatal Frame 2. Fatal Frame 2 might be the best Fatal Frame of all time on the original Xbox. But I always try to go to some of my horror games on the PlayStation 4. And the Fatal Frame series is Fatal Frame, you all. We all talk about Resident Evil and Silent Hill and all that, but Fatal Frame might be the craziest franchise and the spookiest get under your skin franchise when it comes to horror games. Even Silent Hill, I don't think fucking around with Fatal Frame. Fatal Frame is creepy as hell, and it's so creepy because you basically a regular person walking around with a camera. You don't even got weapons for real, going against admirations and all of that. Creepy ass game. I love it. Fatal Frame games is built for Halloween. Definitely check out Fatal Frame. And then I always do a lot of my games that I play on my original Xbox. I love these games on the original Xbox. The first one is The Suffering. And that's a great title for this game because it's about this guy that's locked up in jail. And then all of a sudden, something crazy goes on in the jail and the cells open up, and now he left out in this crazy atmosphere in jail, and now he in a whole new other prison. You got to try to get the hell up out of there. And I'm telling you, The Suffering is a crazy game. This guy, he going through like all different types of panic attacks and stuff like that. And you got to try to find out how to get the fuck out of this crazy ass prison with all these crazy people. The Suffering on Xbox, you all. I always go back to this game, and that's why I still got it. Like I say, y'all, I'm cheating with a couple of these. This is more like action, but if this shit was happening in real life, it'd be horror. Stop playing. This'll definitely be horror. And it's the Hunter the Reckoning, Redeemer. You guys, this game is freaking awesome. I think it's like 3 or 4 characters you can pick from. They all got different weapons to use. And I think you fighting like zombies and werewolves and stuff like that. You fighting all these different types of enemies. And you all, like I say, this is another fun game you can play with the kids. Get them an original Xbox and get this game. Hunter the Reckoning, Redeemer. You all, fun game. It's something you want to throw in and just play for a little while. And you ain't got to think too much. Just like aimless shooting and having fun for the Halloween season. Definitely check it out. And you know I couldn't leave this franchise off on the original Xbox. I normally would pick Silent Hill 2, but I always go back to Silent Hill 4. Look at that, what it say at the bottom. Silent Hill 4, The Room. Stuck in a big ass room going through crazy stuff. You all, Silent Hill 4, The Room is a crazy game. You get sucked into this game once you start playing it long enough. You want to figure out what's going to happen next and get to it. You all, I'm telling you, you will love this game. Now, like I say, I ain't gonna perp. I was gonna put Silent Hill 2, but I'm like, man, that's famous. Everybody know about Silent Hill 2. I'm gonna pick one that I don't hear people talking about as much. Silent Hill 4: The Room. Definitely check it out. Another one of my top 5 favorite horror games of all time is on the original Xbox. A lot of people don't know about it, but damn it, I'm gonna fucking talk about it because it should be talked about. Still Life. Still Life is a game that I love to play. It's almost like a point and click game, but it got the horror elements. But it does something that a lot of movies that I love do. It does something that the Exorcism of Emily Rose does. The Exorcist 3 does it. A Saw Spiral movie does it. And it's mixed horror elements in with the detective scene and the mystery scene and all that, where you got to try to figure out almost like a who done it. It's like a mystery, detectives and all of that. I love it when they blend those type of things together. It's almost like you get like a kind of like how Scream is with the who done it. It's like a mystery trying to figure shit out. Still Life, she's a detective trying to figure out what's going on with this killer. He's a painter. He's painting. He's killing different people and using their blood as a painting. He's like a crazy killer painter or something, you guys. And that's why they call it Still Life, obviously for like a painting. You all, great horror game, detective game, blended together. I fucking love this game. I can talk about this all day. If you haven't ever tried Still Life, look it up or play it on the original Xbox. Still Life. I'm going to make a video about this because I love this game. You all, check it out. Still Life. And the last game, I don't give a damn what none of y'all say. This last game, I'm putting it on the list because it is a horror game. It got something to do with vampires and all that, and it was a fun game I don't hear motherfuckers talk about, and it need to be talked about. And that's Buffy the motherfucking Vampire Slayer. Give my boo her respect. Buffy the Vampire Slayer on the original Xbox is fucking horror. People say, oh, that's not horror. Oh, really? So if you in the fucking world and there's vampires walking around, you not gonna be fucking scared? Fuck out of here. It's horror. Your ass would be scared as hell. Big ass vampires walking around trying to bite your ass on the neck. It's horror. You will be fucking scared. Gotta stab him with a stake in the heart. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. A great action mixed with horror, fighting vampires. She got her quirky type of jokes and stuff like that to make the atmosphere funny. You all, I love this game, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you've never played it on the original Xbox, definitely check it out. You all, unfortunately, that's all I got for today. I'm going to make a part 2 because there's lots of more video games that got to do with horror that I could have named. But I'm going to hold those off for the next video. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm Little T the Don, and I'm signing off. Peace.